Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And this time I'll be playing The Moons of Madness blind. Now, I've recently finished the newest Call of Cthulhu game, and it has left me a little bit underwhelmed, and it has left me with a little bit of a feeling of, being unfulfilled. So, I was looking for some more Lovecraftian themed games, not necessarily based on Lovecraft's mythos per se, but dealing with the ideas that are Lovecraftian in nature, the abominations from beyond space and time, the insignificance of the human condition in the face of the infinite universe, and so on. And as it happens, I was talking in the credits of the Call of Cthulhu series about how cool I think it would be if there was a Lovecraftian game set out in space, dealing with the exploration of the farthest regions of space and of how entering the void of space sort of encapsulates those ideas about the insignificance of the human race in the face of the wider universe. And as it happens, there is a game that deals with exactly that. And it's this game, The Moons of Madness. Now, I know next to nothing, well, pretty much nothing about this game, apart from the fact that 1, it's set in space, and 2, it deals with Lovecraftian-ish themes and ideas, which is enough to convince me to give it a try. So, I don't really have anything else to talk about, as I don't know anything, so let's just start a new game. Some radio chatter in the background, but I didn't really catch that. Something about the search group? Wake up call. I guess this is the name of the chapter, perhaps? Oh, that's a cool illumination of the space through the window. Home, 77.5 million kilometers. So I guess this is the distance to Earth. Deimos and Phobos. So we're on Mars then, because Deimos and Phobos are the moons of Mars. And actually it's kind of fascinating because they are named after Greek gods, a pair of twin Greek gods, Phobos, the god of fear, and Deimos, the god of terror or dread. Basically, they both deal with pretty similar emotions, but they are a little bit of a different facet of the same emotion. And I find it interesting and kind of thematically cool that a game, that sets out to deal with some Lovecraftian themes. It's set on Mars, and at the very start you are reminded of those concepts, Phobos, fear, and Deimos, dread or terror. So that's cool, and it also establishes the place, because if you know your astronomy a little bit, then you know that Phobos and Deimos are the moons of Mars. Monday, 0509, so it's 2009 then. No, wait, it doesn't make sense. They wouldn't specify the year in the birthday, I guess, so I don't know the year. A happy birthday to me. To do turn off sprinklers, oxygenator diagnostics, tune biogauge. I have no idea what the biogauge is. Some drawing of a planet or an asteroid or a moon. Chess wins. Me 4, Declan 2. Okay, Phobos. I think that's all that's on the window. Some plants. I think that's a hat. It's difficult to tell in that lighting. More plants. Clothes. Some shelves. Can I take anything from here? A photo of a man with a child. Is this my son or something? I can't read what it says. It's a little bit too dark. Good luck out there. So is it like from my son to me, or? Well, maybe it'll be relevant later. I don't think I can really open any of those drawers or anything. I'm trying to interact with them, but nothing's happening. I think this is a faucet. And this is the bed. And a computer, I guess? But I can't interact with that either. Dear Dad, I've already mentioned this letter. No, I've already... Damn it. It's a little bit too small for me to comfortably read. I've already... this letter presumably started this letter 10 times. I'll probably rewrite it several something. I have to do something before I can actually something to you. Damn it, I can't comfortably read that. It annoys me because I don't want to leave, not leaving it, not learning what it says, but I'm straining my eyes a little, and it's not comfortable. I'll put it plain. I'm not in something. This... I hope you can forgive me. This... Damn it, I want to... I can't read that comfortably, I'm sorry. Maybe there's a zoom option that's further than this, but maybe it'll be available later or something. Yeah, this is not a comfortable angle either. Damn it. Maybe at least the last paragraph. Is it a suicide note? Because it says forgive me, and I want you to hear it from me. I want you to know I love you. What I really want to tell you. So it's unfinished, I think. Well, he has some personal problems, I guess. But I'm sorry, I can't read that comfortably. Hopefully I'll be able to get back here with better lighting or something. More clouds. Open. It's a mysterious figure.
Anyone there?
Can I go back? Okay, so they've ramped up, the horror element from the very start, which I'm not sure if I'm a fan of, because private cabin, because I would prefer if it would slowly boil, over time, ramping up the feeling of paranoia, as opposed to going on strong from the very beginning. What does this say?
What the hell happened here?
Cyrano arrival in 0 days. Solar panel cleanup, Declan. Satellite maintenance, Josie and Declan. Airlock check, Ina. Eva suit diagnostics. Mineral sample sorting. Crop plant care. Next Eva expedition. Willex, Della something, and Ina. Do not use permanent marker on erase board. What? Isn't all of this written in a marker? I have seen with... I don't understand what that says. and some kind of an ominous figure. Regina, chess champion. Okay. They never turn away. And the symbol of twin moons, perhaps? Because the title was The Moons of Madness, and it used this design in the main menu as well. And of course, you know, Mars has famously has twin moons, and you know they are named after actual twins. The Greek gods Deimos and Phobos were twins in mythology. So, pick up a flashlight. I don't... Again, this symbol repeats. And of course, the almost cliche at this point, black goo of you know, dread and outwardly danger. Like, it's a thing that appears quite prolifically in many stories, because there's something very disturbing about the concept of like an organic matter that spreads and covers things. Like it's immensely more disgusting for it to be you know, some kind of a writhing tentacle or something than it would be if it was like a fire or some natural hazard. Okay, so I guess I'll pick up the flashlight. Press F to toggle. Can I go back to my own cabin? Private cabin 1. Because I would... Damn it, I can't. I would very much like to, if it would enable me to read the letter in its entirety, but I don't think I can. And private cabin 3. Private cabin 4, they are all closed. Private cabin 5. Power cord chewed. Inna. This is one of your specimens, Luz. So I guess they were running some tests on animals. A flashing monitor. I can't exactly discern anything from it. And it kind of hurts my eyes to look at it. So I think I'm going to avert them. Security protocols. Unfortunately, I can't read that. It's again too small. Recreation room or recording room, but I don't want to go this way yet because I want to check if some new options have appeared over here. Can't open this either. Research lab, infirmary, and greenhouse. Ah, so this is when I'm supposed to go. Huh, is this the sun? Because obviously Mars is further from the sun than the Earth is, so it would be less bright from here, and depending on the exact position of the other planets, I guess you could theoretically see it and it would still be dark. Like, I'm not sure exactly how day and night cycles on Mars compared to Earth. I never really paid much attention to that. But presumably I assume it's darker on Mars simply because it's farther away from the sun. Whoever's meeting up late at night, I can hear you through the air vent. Okay, so presumably this is a dig on someone having sex too loud, which is an all too common, an all too common reality of living in cramped spaces. Like, it happens a lot in communal housing, where the neighbors are often complaining about other neighbors. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice the okay before. Complaining about the other neighbors having sex too loudly. Okay, let's continue through here. More tentacles. Of course, it wouldn't be a Lovecraftian game without tentacles. It's weird though that they are seemingly not hostile. Like I'm almost touching them and they don't seem to mind. Lab coats. Whoa. Okay. Some kind of a figure flashing. Was somebody talking in the background or? Oh. Whoa, is this an eye? Oh, cool. It's like one big iris or something. It seems the roof is leaking. Although that might be some kind of a secretion from the creature itself. And again, the twin circle design, surely it's going to be relevant. And you have plants, which of course makes sense. You'd have to lightweight fertilizer. You'd have to grow your own food on Mars, and also keep plants for the purposes of producing oxygen, which I guess at least I'm not sure if it's feasible in enough of a quantity to allow all of the people to breathe, but I would assume it would be because there are also like 100% synthetic ways of producing oxygen in a lab. But I would assume the plants would at least supplement those artificial methods. More tentacles, broken. So I guess I'm looking for a way to fix that. More plants. What is this? Ah, it's like a garden shovel or something for the plants. Living area, that's where I came from. Lab. Can't do anything with that. More plants. There is a... Ah, okay, I can pick up a crowbar to presumably pry open... Yeah, add to inventory. Pry open the doors. But before I do that, I want to also... Whoa! I wasn't expecting it to move, because all of the other tentacles, well, they did kind of move, but they didn't retreat from me, so I wasn't expecting that. Before I go to the doors, I want to explore all of the other areas. This is the outside. It's pitch black outside. Almost. It's actually something that has always scared me about space. Just the vastness of it, and the fact that it's mostly like empty. It's full. Most of it it's void. It's also hostile to humans. Like we are cradled on this one planet in this vast solar system, and then the solar system is in this vast galaxy, and the galaxy is in this vast incomprehensible universe, and most of the places in it are not really suited to human inhabitants. So if you leave Earth, you have to be really careful, because the universe almost literally wants you dead. Like most of the places, a major malfunction of the air filtration system, or of the oxygen production or whatever, it would kill those people. And I find the idea of this immensely creepy, especially because it's slowly becoming a reality. Manned missions to Mars are something that we're actually currently considering. So this game, I would assume, isn't that far off with the idea of having established a permanent base on Mars. So I do find all of this pretty inherently creepy. That's why I thought it would be a good setting for such a game, and that's why I'm glad that I found this. We'll see how it works out in the end. Okay, that's pretty creepy. Ah, right, because it's my birthday, right? I wrote that on my window. My flashlight no longer works, so it's difficult to really orientate myself. Living area, bathroom. Close. Gym. Again, somebody has scribbled this symbol all over. To clean equipment under use. I mean after use. Glicus? Guileless? Well, whatever. But apparently whoever he is, everyone says that he should clean up after himself. Towels. Treadmills. Well, I guess I have no choice now. I have to inspect the cake, which I assume is my own cake, prepared for my birthday. But the "come on, blow out the candles" invitation wasn't exactly reassuring to me. Especially seeing how all of this place is trashed, and I think there's blood around. And the jump scare.
Oh my god. What was that?
Oh, rise and shine, folks.
Is everybody okay?
I almost spilled my coffee. Oh my gosh. I'll have to check the readings, but that may have been our biggest quake yet.
Standard procedure. Newhart, you know what to do. If there's any critical damage to the base, let me know.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Dr. Van Buren, you will assist me at the landing site for the Cyrano. Declan, you're on comms. Find any system issues, relay them to Shane.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Switch to a private frequency, Declan. No chatter on open channels. Over and out.
Okay, so
Private channel time.
I guess it was a nightmare.
And what better way to start the day than assessing possible life-threatening damage from minor seismic activity?
Beautiful.
That's what I've been told.
And it's still my birthday, presumably. So it was either a nightmare or like a vision, because visions are something that often happens to Lovecraftian protagonists. Some more details of the base. Okay, I can open the shelf now. Ah, it's a rock. It's not a. I thought this was a hat, but I guess it's a rock from the surface of Mars, kept from, like, maybe it's a mineral rock or something, kept from for, like, souvenir reasons, I assume. Anything else here? Oh, and I can read the letter to my dad. Dear Dad, I have a confession. I want to tell you. He crossed this out. I have already rewritten this letter 6 times. I'll probably rewrite it several more. I have a lot of time before I can actually send it to you. You deserve to. I'll put it plain. I'm not in Antarctica. That expedition doesn't exist. Or if it does, I'm not on it. I went a little further. I went to Mars. Whoa, wow, that's that's quite a big secret to keep from your parents or other loved ones. Like, I wonder what, for example, my mom would have thought if I went to Mars and didn't tell her? Like, I think she would lose her mind, kind of. Well, I hope you can forgive me. The deception is not a slight. The company takes their secrecy very seriously. In fact, you will already probably have seen me again in person before I'm allowed to send this to you. I want you to hear it from me. I want you to know I love you. What I really want to tell you, is there another side of it? Can I... so he didn't finish it. Yeah, there is no other side, I think. Well, but that's quite hardcore, actually, you know, to go to Mars, like literally another planet. It's 77 million kilometers from Earth, and his loved ones don't know that he's here. That's pretty crazy. Okay, a photo has fallen. Ah, there's a code on the back. Good luck out there, sport. Dad. Ah, so I guess this is my dad, and not my dad and me when I was a boy, instead of my son. It was my dad who was wishing me... how do I flip it? My dad who was wishing me...
I should memorize this.
0509. I think I should write it down, maybe. 0509. Okay, I'll risk it. 0509. Maybe I'll come back if I forget. My dad was wishing me, you know, a safe trip to Antarctica, whereas in fact I went to Mars. Shane Newhart Engineering, the Orochi Group. We believe that healthy, productive and enduring life on Earth results from correct management of its resources in government, public and private projects around the globe, and we are struggling to we are developing or leveraging new technologies to provide the best solutions. Okay, and how about the other side? Report misplaced cards to security. Reliable, responsible, revolutionary. The Orochi Group and its subsidiaries are not only world leaders, we are led by the world. Our promise to you is that our products and services will rise to the challenge of changing the landscape as we race to the future together. Okay. Okay, this is just a way to read it a little bit easier. And what are those? 12 pieces. Some kind of tablets? Medicine? And trash? Actually, what do they do with trash in space? I would assume they incinerate it or something. But then to incinerate things you also need to... like you need oxygen, which you'd think would be a deficit resource in space, so... Ah! I folded my bed. That's actually quite reasonable to save space. That totally makes sense on like a station. Miskatonic... Aha! Miskatonic University. That's a direct reference to Lovecraft, because Miskatonic University, as far as I know, doesn't exist. It's not a real place. It's a university made up by Lovecraft and referenced in many of his stories. So that's kind of cool. Even though this game isn't directly based on any of the Lovecraft stories, it still pays homage to him. Let's check the computer. Personal code. Is it this 0509? Yep. Okay, log entries. Memo. Declan security update. Regarding all personnel, please be aware that the new security update that's taking place tomorrow, you might be stuck in your room for a while. Write down the code somewhere so that you'll remember it. The management. Solar side programming. Good morning there, Sport. Wilcox was kind enough to let you sleep a little today, but that also means that Dr. Van Buren is tagging along on the EVA to the Cyrano landing site, so I'll put a pin on the logging issue with the command until he's back. I know Lucas has been tinkering with some of the biogauge code, so check with him first. Plus, you'll have a chance to catch up with the doctor, make some small talk. This is a response to an earlier message from me. Hey Declan, can't find anything listed for... Excuse me. Can't find anything listed for troubleshooting the solar array's coding. I run diagnostics each time, and nothing out of the ordinary. It's starting to become a daily thing. Time to file the issue with the command, I think. Even if they can shoot me a workaround, it's better than constantly triggering auxiliary power. Okay. Your Manticore NDA has been revised. Dr. Newhart, there has been an update to your comprehensive NDA. Please log in at your earliest convenience. This is only a courtesy. All changes have already gone into effect. Best regards. Head of HR, Manticore. Isn't that illegal? Like, if there have been changes to my NDA, shouldn't I have to sign it? Like, read it first. Ideally, at least. Or be given an opportunity to read it, at the very least. Sign it, and then it comes to effect. Like, how can they change my NDA and tell me that it comes into effect without me even reading it? That seems majorly illegal to me. Invictus mission. Survey of the microbial life on Mars. The rule of two is an exciting concept. When we discover one example of a phenomenon in the cosmos, it is an anomaly. Given the vastness of the universe, if two examples are found, it implies that there are more, millions, billions, or trillions. As of now, we're only certain of life on Earth, an anomaly, but all we have to do is find a second. Any life will do. Even primitive alien microbes, even fossils of microbial life, billions of years dead. That one finding will open up a universe teeming with life. All we have to do is get to two. By the way, Invictus means undefeated in Latin.
Okay. Confirming my ID bypassed security for my room. Door's unlocked now.
Okay. Can I inspect anything else here, maybe? Unfortunately, I can't read the details of my diploma, apart from that it comes from the Miskatonic University. The mirror doesn't work, which is a common thing in games, because it requires a lot of processing power to program mirrors to correctly display reflexive surfaces. Morning routine. Okay, can I visit others, maybe?
Well, the rest of the team's out dusting the landing pad, and Dr. Volkova's apparently deep into her biocultivation duties. So, I guess that means you have the base all to yourself.
And where are you?
Once more, I venture into the great unknown, on duty at the satellite dish, and currently communicating, which is technically my job. Kind of.
Meet me in the usual place. Drink or bring Frank? Frank is not a word, at least I don't know it is. But shouldn't it bring a drink? Or bring drinks? Parkour chewed. Okay, it's interesting that the notes are all the same as they were in my nightmare/hallucination. Although I guess if they were here before, then the protagonist's mind would have, filled the gaps, as it were. Do not use permanent marker or on board. Have you seen the witch? Ah, witch! Okay, I'm not sure what's that about, but that's kind of weird for it to be here even in the real world, because it seems the rest are all the same. Does this display the movement of the moons of Mars? Or something? Because, you know, the red planet, Mars. This is all the same as it was in the hallucination / nightmare / vision itself. What's this? Model of a rocket. Okay, did he literally litter on the ground? That's kind of rude and inconsiderate. But I find it hilarious for an actual astronaut. Those are like mini figurines. But I'm not sure why he threw them outside. It's kind of rude. I would prefer if he cleaned after himself. I find it hilarious for an actual astronaut to be playing with toy spaceships while on another planet in the first place. But he still gets a point docked by being a jackass and littering. Okay, nothing particularly fascinating through the window. Well, I guess it's time to go. But now I can read this. Greetings, crewmate. As a member of the Invictus team and a member of the Manticore Orochi, there are security protocols that you must not fail to obey. Any Orochi facility, including this Mars base, is sanctioned by your security clearance. Not every employee might go into every section. Your ID card contains a number denoting your level of security clearance. Your ID card is necessary to access all doors, sectors and computers on a given level of security clearance. Do not attempt to access areas or equipment beyond your security clearance. Do not attempt to coerce teammates to give you access to their security clearance. Do not give teammates of lower security access to the out-of-bounds areas and equipment. Do immediately report any irregularities or breaks in security to Invictus Security OrochiGroup.com. Given the nature of the work at Manticore and Orochi, those protocols are in place to protect you from catastrophic mishaps and consequences. If you are unsure of your clearance or these protocols, contact your superior. Thank you for your vigilance. I don't think there's anything on the other side, and I can't flip it, so there's that. Again, nothing particularly interesting to be seen through the window. Recreation room.
What the hell? Hey, what's up with the lights?
Yeah, getting some odd spikes in power as the batteries kick in. Hey, you just hang tight while I do your job for you, okay? No, have a coffee. No, really, take a load off.
I guess... Wait. I guess originally I came... In the vision I came from here, because there is the gym, and there was the cake over here. And at first I thought this was blood, but it's clearly just dirt from the plants. And growing some tomatoes and stuff. I'm still not sure what that is. I'm assuming some kind of a tablet. Although the large box seems far too large to contain medicine, and it still says 8 pieces, so maybe it's some change, like spare parts for machinery or whatnot. Gym. Lucas. Lucas, clean your equipment after use, everyone. Okay. Sneakers. That's a breaker box. Oh, I didn't notice that. Everyone up for a group meditative yoga? Let me know, Lucas. Okay. I can't use any of the equipment. At least it doesn't look like I can. So, anything interesting here? Matryoshka dolls. Intuitive Technologies, CTD, Whispering in the Mountains, which seems to be maybe a reference to the Mountains of Madness, the story by Lovecraft. Days, Street, more stories, more. Okay, not sure what that is about. Corporate Training Dictionary, Word, Stalker, Source Code, more books, Matryoshka dolls. I can't really read that comfortably. Homecoming, Piquant and Spicy Recipes, Bridges, American Dreams, Funny Stories, Africa Funny Stories, Studio 29, Diary in Something, Forgotten Soldier, Lucas Apollinario, George Razumovsky, Hide Me, Diary Something, Winter Stone, Fantastic 24 Hours to Use, or to 24 Hours to what? I don't know. Predestination, Curtain, Doll, Sanguine? What? I don't know that word. Sanguine would be a fancy word to say bloody, but sanguine with an O? Not sure. Maze, Stalker again, Abandoned School, Survive with something. Well, whatever. It wasn't as interesting as I would have liked it to be, but I'm one of those people who really like to, look at everything. World history, Strength of Minerals. No, Strength of Materials. Some kind of an encyclopedia perhaps. Industrial Ventilation Design Guidebook, Psychological Analysis, Fire Safety Regulations Instructions, and this I've read before, and those I think mostly repeat, although maybe they don't. Salvation, Banner of Love, actually they don't. Wanderer, Sunrise, Investigator, Fisherman, Butler's Notes. Can't read that. Whispering in the Mountains. This repeats. Athletic. Some of those fonts are pretty weird and difficult to read for me. Dictator and Joker. Stairway Up, Run, Heritage, Oblivion. Okay. American History, Spectrum of Possible, Forbidden Archaeology, Expedian, Something of the Soul, Star Songs, Jacob's Ladder. Jacob's Ladder. That's cool because I assume it's mostly a reference to the movie Jacob's Ladder as opposed to the Jacob's Ladder from the Bible, because the movie Jacob's Ladder is like pretty famous for being very trippy and creepy and psychologically disturbed, whereas the Jacob's Ladder in the Bible was just a ladder that Jacob dreamt about that led to heaven. Like, I don't think there was anything particularly creepy about it in the Bible. Order of the Night, journey to the edge of the earth, the something of the forbidden something, God's guests, the reality of the kingdom, the human race, book of tablets, and this one I can't read, and the Holy Bible. Okay. Oh, what's in here? It has Orochi letterhead, so it's official. Replacement photo ID for your approval, Commander Wilcox. Management. You clean up pretty nice. Delapore. Approved. Okay. And can't flip that. Some new photos. Chessboard with one of the pawns knocked over. Not sure if that is significant, but industrial ventilation design, read that already. Some more view out of the window. You know, you have to admit that Mars and actually pretty much all other planets except from Earth are pretty boring to look at, because, you know, there's no vegetation, there's no like very crazy, I guess there could be some mountains and, you know, craters and whatnot, but it's mostly flat and uninteresting, or at least it seems so. But you know what? This episode has been long enough, so I'm actually going to end it here and continue exploring next time. For now, that's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!